Good morning. Myself Dr. K. Swathi, working as Associate Professor in Sri Padmavati Mahila Vishwavidyalaya, Department of Institute of Pharmaceutical Technology. So today's topic is validation of HVAC, that is in the chapter 3 of Pharmaceutical Validation, Pharmaceutical Analysis, first semester. So they are the contents. Coming to introduction, HVAC system can have an impact on product quality. It can provide comfortable conditions for operator. The impact on premises and prevention of contamination and cross-contamination to be considered at the design stage. Temperature, relative humidity control where appropriate supplement to basic GMP. The heating, ventilation and air conditioning system is an extremely vital concern which aids to enhance and maintain the quality of the drug products. So here mainly deals with the H for heating, V for ventilation and A for air conditioning. It assists in achieving adequate temperature, ventilation and air conditioning in the premises. The HVAC system design has an immense impact on the prevention and control of cross contamination and for the achievement of a hygienic conditions at the workplace. Temperature and ventilation are very important parameters to be perpetuated during the process, as well as storage of the various drug substances and drug products which ultimately influence their standard. Air conditioning not only mean cooling of air but also embrace temperature, moisture in the air, supply of outside air of ventilation, filtration of airborne particles and air movement in the occupied space. The American Society of Heating, Refrigerating and Air Conditioning Engineers defines a HVAC system as a system that must accomplish 4 objectives simultaneously, namely control of air temperature, control of air humidity, control of air circulation and control of air quality. Importance of HVAC system is HVAC systems are of a great importance to architectural design effort for 4 main reasons. Firstly, these systems often require substantial floor space and or building volume for equipment and distribution elements that must be accommodated during the design process. Secondly, HVAC systems contribute a major budget item for numerous common building types. Thirdly, the success or failure of thermal comfort efforts is usually directly related to the success of a failure of a building's HVAC system when passive systems are not used. Even though the HVAC system should be viewed as part of the larger architectural system. Last but not least, maintaining appropriate thermal conditions through HVAC system operation is a major driver of building energy and consumption. What is clean room? Room in which the concentration of airborne particles is controlled and which is constructed and used in a manner to minimize the introduction, generation and retention of particles inside the room and in which other relevant parameters. Example, temperature, humidity and pressure are controlled as necessary as per ISO 14644-1. Why clean room necessary? It controls 3 types of contamination transfer: airborne contamination, direct contamination by personal equipment, etc., contamination from fluids like cleaning fluids, solutions, etc. As airborne particulate or reduced chances of particles entry in the process reduced. Protects product, personal and environment. Avoid rejection therapy and heavy losses in that particular room. How it accomplished it? A clean room is continuously flushed with a highly filtered air that is forced in through HEPA filter, that is HEPA filters which can be used. Types of clean rooms: horizontal clean room, horizontal laminar flow. HEPA filters is a wall force clean air from one side of the room to other. Vertical clean room, vertical laminar flow. HEPA filters on the ceiling push clean air down to the floor. 4 basic principles of clean room: not to bring any dust, not to accumulate any dust, not to generate any dust, to remove any dust quickly. Introduction. Air handling systems play a major role in the quality of pharmaceuticals, must be designed properly by professionals, must be treated as a critical system. Introduction. The manufacturing environment is critical for product quality. Environment consists of light, temperature, humidity, air movement, microbial contamination, particulate contamination. Uncontrolled environment, concealed product degradation, product contamination, loss of product and profit. Introduction. In this, HVAC system consists of air conditioners, AHEs, dehumidifiers, filters, dust extractors, ducting, supply fans, smoke detector, dampers, humidity, bag filters, heating or cooling coils. So this is a general system and flow chart of how the flow of air and how it can be moved from one to one, and in this mainly these access door panel, droplet, blower, supply air flow filters, and how the movement of air can be present in the rooms, and how the air condition should be worked, and the remaining air can be outletted by different ways. These are given in this chart. HVAC is a heart of pharmaceutical industries. So this is the HVAC, that is a pure air comes from the system area 1, area 2, area 3 and area 4. Contamination. What are the contaminants means? Contaminants are products or substances other than the product being manufactured. Foreign products, particulate matter, microorganisms, endotoxins. Cross contamination is a particular case of contamination. Cross contamination means from where does cross contamination originate? Poorly designated air handling systems and dust extraction systems, poorly operated and maintained air handling systems and dust extraction systems, inadequate procedures for personnel and equipment. Cross contamination can be minimized by personal procedures, adequate premises, use of closed production systems, adequate validated cleaning procedures, appropriate levels of protection of product, correct air pressure cascade. So they are the airflow parameters. So we can use the different types of AHUs, that is pre-filter, and coming to main filter, then turbulent, then unidirectional flow and the turbulent flow. Airflow patterns: workbench, cabin or booth and ceiling. These are the pictures of the different workplaces. HVAC qualification: to ensure that equipment is designed as per requirement, installed properly, action of proving that any equipment works correctly and leads to the expected results. So in this validation master plan, user requirement specification, design qualification, installation qualification, operational qualification, performance qualification and requalification. Validation master plan: the document should contain validation policy, organizational structure of validation activities, summary of facilities, systems, equipment and process to be validated, the documentation format to be used for protocols and reports, planning and scheduling, change control, reference to documents. It mainly requires room temperature and relative humidities, clean room classifications for the areas that is B, C or D, single pass or recirculated HVAC systems, room pressures, airflow directions, GMP requirements. Capacity of HVAC depends on room volume, number of air changes required, production or consumption data, seasonal fluctuations, air classification of rooms, future developments. User requirement specifications include parameters to be defined in level of protection, air cleanliness requirement, filter type of position, air changes, airflow parameters, pressure differentials, contamination levels of particulate matter of microorganisms. User requirement specification should be approved by production, engineering and other process. Based on the USR supplier designs the equipment. First step in the qualification of new HVAC system, it documents the design of the system and will include functional specification, technical or performance specification for equipment, detailed airflow schematics, detailed layout drawings of the system, and compliance with GMPs and other regulatory requirements. Ensure that design meets the user of